your time. You have to prioritize your time, right? So number one on your list is obviously Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The basics. You have to take care of the basics at least, right? The 5 daily prayers, fasting in Ramadan, which unfortunately isn't obvious for a lot of people, right? People are like, I'm in med school, man. I have my exams this week. I can't fast, right? We see that. Every Monday was our exams, and we can't fast on Mondays because we have exams, or we have this, or we have that, right? The basics have to be there. And then you set your priorities with your family, your school, your Islamic studies, your Islamic activities and studies, and your social life. But you have to cut things out. Umar bin Khattab, when he made hijrah from Mecca to Medina, he was paired with an Ansari man. And so what they did was they wanted to study with the Messenger of Allah ﷺ, right? It doesn't get better than that. Having a chance to study with the Messenger of Allah, physically study with him. But they also have to take care of their livelihood. So they made a decision. They said, look, this is what we're going to do. One day, day one, Umar will go, he'll go to the Messenger of Allah ﷺ and study. He'll spend the whole day with the Messenger of Allah. And whatever he learns, that night when he comes back, he'll share it with his Ansari partner. And the next day, they switch. And so the Ansari man goes to the Messenger of Allah ﷺ and spends the whole day with him. And then that night, he comes back and he teaches Umar what he learned. And they did this back and forth. But you know what that means? To do that, that requires that the one who's staying back now does the work of 2 people. The one staying back now does the work of 2 people. So it requires sacrifice. If you want to excel in the deen, you want to be able to continue to study and learn about Islam and continue to advance yourself personally, professionally, and all that stuff, it requires sacrifices. So look at your time. See how you spend your day. Just literally write it out. I spend 10 hours a day sleeping. I spend, for the brothers, 14 hours a day sleeping. I spend this much time eating. I spend this much time in school. I spend this much time, just watching sports or TV or whatever it is, right? And then you got to look and say, what do I need to cut out from my life to accomplish the goals that I want to accomplish? Imam Nawawi, rahimahullah, when he was a young child, one of the elder men walking by saw the kids playing in the streets. He said, why don't you go play with them? And he said, I wasn't created for this. I wasn't created for this. Like a young child. I think Siraj, you just shared that video? That little kid with the Bruce Lee nunchucks? I just saw that this morning on Facebook while I'm preparing for my speech. I get distracted, right? So I just checked Facebook, and I saw Siraj, he shared this video. This little kid, he's probably 3 years old, and there's a Bruce Lee video right behind him, right on the TV. And this kid's got these nunchucks, and he's doing exactly what Bruce Lee's doing, and he's 3 years old. He's just exact moves. He's like a martial arts master. He's like he'll beat me up, and he's like this kid, he's like this tall. You punt him. But it's skills, right? But even as a young child, wherever stage you are in your life, forget about the past, think about now and the future. Whatever you are, you set goals, you can accomplish great things. You can accomplish great things. But it takes about, he's not playing with the blocks like the other kids. He's mastering nunchucks at the age of 3, right? So you just got to look at what you want to do and do it.